You're now listening to the soon-to-be #1 podcast for entertainment and music news. I'm your host, just some guy named Jay, and this is the Blastcast. What I want to talk about in this edition of the Blastcast is they're coming out with basically they're going to keep the spirit of Notorious B.I.G. alive, and Tupac as well. Before I even get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to Mono Bagends. He has a hot new single out by the name of "You Drive Me Crazy." It's very hot. A lot of the critics are comparing it to Pitbull and Flow Rider. It's a real party joint, something that's going to really move you on the dance floor. And again, it's called "You Drive Me Crazy." I'm going to put the link in the information box below, and you can check it out for yourself. Again, his name is Mono Bagends. Okay, and to get into this podcast, I want to talk about they're coming out with a cartoon. Centered around, there's going to be the ghost of Biggie. The name of the show is going to be called The House of Wallace, and his is going to star his son and daughter, CJ and Tiana, and they'll be providing voices. And they're also gonna have they also plan on having different guest stars come on, like new artists and things like that. And they're gonna have songs, just like new songs, that's gonna be placed here and there within the series from new artists. They don't have a word as who's gonna voice the ghost of Biggie, but they're definitely doing this. I say definitely. The news is out about it. So I don't know if it's so there is definitely in the works. When I say definitely, and I'm definitely looking forward. Speaking of definitely again, I'm definitely looking forward to actually checking this out. I ain't too grown for no cartoon now. If it entertains you, it entertains you. I'm gonna check it out. But I expect that it's gonna really be catered to for the younger generation. They're not gonna have any kind of I'm not expecting to see any kind of South Park, Family Guy type humor in this. Especially since it's I don't think it's kid. Well, Tiana, how old is she? Like 19 or 20, maybe. Yeah, I know CJ. I don't know. I don't know where. I think I saw their ages somewhere. And CJ is still in his teens, of course. CJ, Christopher Wallace Jr. I heard he played in that Will Ferrell movie, that Everything Must Go, I think. I definitely want to check it out. I am a fan of Will Ferrell. So, I think he has some and plus he played Biggie when he was younger. I did see Notorious, by the way. And, I think, his son is really trying to get into that, that acting, really get into that, Also, too, is talks of a Tupac biopic coming out. There's a studio. They already got the backing for it, but there's just no script. I just read about it on VladTV. That'll be definitely interesting though. And they just have to do it right. They just can't slap something together with this. The Tupac biopic. The director is saying that they already have a director attached to this. He was saying that he wanted to focus mostly on the kind of final days of Tupac, and center around the incident that happened, in Las Vegas. But I think they should do something like they should make this thing like Ray, like from the ground up, like Tupac as a child, and all the things that made him Tupac. Not really just focus on the end of it. But focus on all the things that went on in his life as a whole. If they can condense it some kind of way and just make it very entertaining and kind of informative and really tell a really brilliant story at the same time, and make it authentic as possible, so I think that's really what needs to, really needs to go down. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing both these things, actually. The House of Wallace and, the Tupac biopic that'll eventually, I guess, come out sometime, hopefully this decade, because I think, this has kind of been kind of hearsay since, I say it's probably since the early 2000s, So So hopefully these things actually come out. And post your opinions too. Post your feedback. What do you think? Do you think these projects, you don't think they're good ideas, or do you think the House of Wallace, the cartoon version of the Biggie, you think that'd be a good idea? What do you think? Definitely feel free to post your comments. Also, too, I'm not going to just in this podcast, we're not going to just focus on entertainment and music news. We'll also give, like I said, we'll also be doing interviews and talking about behind the scenes. I'm not talking right today. What's going on? Behind the scenes things that go on in the entertainment industry, and just kind of have producers and songwriters and even promoters and possibly directors, and getting having them talk about things that go on behind the scenes, and kind of give people ideas who are aspiring artists. Give them ideas on how they can get their stuff out there and who they should work with and what they should do. And that was actually the original focus of the Blastcast, but I decided, to kind of make it interesting. Every now and then we'll do some commentary on entertainment news, especially urban entertainment news, since that's primarily cannot talk. Since that's really the kind of the focus on the email blast in the cell phone app, the Giant Blast cell phone app. But yeah, just definitely keep checking back for more updates on that. And that's all I'd like to say. Also, check out the Mono Bagends song, "You Drive Me Crazy." And that's it. I'm just some guy named Jay. That's all I'd like to say. I'm out.